let's see what happened.
What show did you go to? Did you go to a show last night?
I did. Okay. And I
okay,
couldn't get.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, we're live.
Your eyes were big. We'll talk about it.
Well, nothing. Okay, go ahead. Hi everyone. I didn't get in. Bad Beef is saying such a great lineup of guests and shows this week, and
that's true.
Absolutely right. We have another one today that I know you're going to be thrilled about. And Pizza saying Chemda's been on a roll lately, and I like that I get the credit for guests not fucking up. So that's really nice.
Oh, is that what they mean?
I think so, but
that's funny.
I would or
Chemda's been booking lately. I think they just mean I think it's one of those compliments that could be an insult. But thank you. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. Like, well,
welcome. Let's get started. Keith, do some shit.
Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
I want to thank everyone who subscribes to our YouTube page. Here we go. Thank you. Well, everybody. All right. Thank you. We're going to add more videos and a bunch of extras on there. Put this day on your calendar. Speaking of which, August 21st, Monday, August 21st, another silent trailers competition. It's going to be on the YouTube page for free. Go to Keith and the Girl, go to the channel, click subscribe, hit the bell, punch it, bust it, click around. Thank you. Today's guest. Well, motherfucker. It's Lucie Pohl. Lucie, hello.
Oh, hello, people of the Keith and the world, the universe.
How sexy is the off the shoulder? Honestly.
I don't know. You tell me.
Very. It's funny that women can wear anything, and everybody picks on me for wearing cutoffs.
Who picks on you?
Literally everybody.
Wait, what kind of compliment is that? It's funny that women could wear anything.
That's true. Good point.
I'm saying stop spending millions of dollars on clothes. You look good wearing anything, ladies.
This is not anything. This is a fucking limited edition, exclusive, handmade David Hasselhoff puppy print that I cut. Do you cut your own sleeves off?
Yes.
Do you have like a cutting of the sleeves off day since you have multiple shirts with the sleeves cut off?
No, then you're taking the fun out of it. It's at the moment. You buy it, you cut it, you wear it.
Okay, got it.
It's a production.
I believe, Keith, originally how it was is the sleeve was coming off and you decided to Hulk it off.
Yes.
And then you realized your armpits were breathing and you ran with it, right? This is how fashion happened in Keith's life. You guys were all here for it.
Right.
I love the term Hulk it off. This is why I love English, the English language. Hulk it off. You made a verb. That's so funny.
I'm hoping Oxford picks it up, but yeah.
Listen, if Shakespeare can make up words, I can zhuzh.
I love that.
I'll tell you, Chemda, you went to another comedy show last night, but you missed the chat. It is, by the way, for those in the know, Mark is alive. Okay. He didn't make the chat, but he is alive. So everything's good.
Okay.
The chat is so fucking fun.
It is.
Tell me about your show that was so fucking great.
I know. I'm just trying to take advantage of what the city has to offer and see the outdoor events and
Trank. What's his new shit? Yeah.
You gotta diversify. The city rats. But okay, so there's this summer stage series, right? And so you get to see like free ballet and free comedy and I looked at the lineups of the comedy and it's curated beautifully.
Where's this at? Central Park?
Well, really? So they do it in different parks, so you got to like keep up with the schedule. And so I put some stuff on the schedule.
I'm out.
I know, right? Seriously.
I'm lucky I find Central Park.
You got to keep up with the schedule.
What?
That doesn't
they
sound
text you,
funny
right?
at all.
Is it one-sided? I mean, how about you just tell me? And I'll pay.
Exactly.
I'll pay. You tell me and I'll pay. How about that?
Yeah,
Never mind,
it doesn't
free.
need to be free. Who was on the lineup?
So I forget, but like, it's names that we know. It's names that have been on this show. It's names that
it's not memorable ones. You know those. Those.
Last night it was Allison Levy. I've seen Usama's name on it. I've seen
Usama is the fuck boy of comedy shows, not only of actual vaginas, but also comedy shows.
That's funny. It makes sense, and I don't get
There's
it.
no show that Usama won't do.
You know what? I get it, and I don't know what the fuck.
I couldn't tell you why that makes so much sense to me, but it fits. I have no idea what he does with his fucking or his boying. I don't know. But when you said that, I'm like, that's his tagline. Thank you.
Yeah, he's not wearing a bow tie, you know. I know that.
So I've had today after the show, I found this thing where it's a free they're puffing on CBD before. It's very cute. But then you go into yoga and meditation and then you get to like say hi to people afterwards. It's like
you get to?
What a
oh my God,
nightmare.
we're having migraines. You get to? Is that part of the free?
No.
I'll pay. Get out.
You should we should get paid if you have to say hi.
Yeah.
Oh my
what are you
God.
saying hi for?
Can I go
Hi to what?
Can I lock myself in a bathroom stall for free?
We live in New York City. Say hi anytime you want.
Exactly.
Now it's an event.
Yeah. What the fuck?
They let you. And by the way, it's funny how she said it. And then after yoga, they allow you to talk to each other.
Yoga.
Well, fucking great.
Oh God. So comedy, CBD, yoga, and then you have to fucking mingle.
No.
That sounds like hell. That sounds
When
like
do you-
actual hell. Just
When
that
do you
on
have
a
time
loop.
to cut your shirts?
Yeah, when do you look sexy?
I honestly didn't know that it was gonna go from that perspective. I didn't know that.
All right.
that
No,
sounds
that's
like an
good.
absolute, and
That's
also free ballet. Ew.
The other day
What
you
the
talked
fuck
about
is
being
that?
right on one of those VIP shows. You talked about being half suicidal. No shit. No shit.
Please don't interpret that I'm half suicide. Please stop quoting me. Okay.
I have to say, just real quick, your hair is so shiny today.
Thank you. That's my forehead. But thank you. I paid extra for these lights. That's the thing. Okay, the shit. Okay, I see.
That's my forehead. Is so funny. oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Sorry.
So you know those like sometimes you get handed flyers and has all these dates on it, or sometimes you pass
Are
by.
you describing a flyer? No, I follow.
But you pass by and Bryant Park is showing a movie outdoors and people are in their picnic things. I decided to pay attention to all of that. And I'm looking at all the different summer stages and like
So you're basically pretending you're from Ohio this summer.
Look what came here.
Tourists from Ohio.
Yes, the city is fantastic. So this was like
You're trying. What's happening is you're trying real hard to justify how much money we pay to live here.
yes. You know what? Fully fair. The other day we were talking to someone named Ballard. And he apparently was in the chat. I missed so much last night.
He showed up in the chat. Yeah.
Oh man, but we were talking to him.
It was on Newsy's show. Sorry, it was on Newsy's Q&A VIP show.
Yes, he got a Kickstarter thing to join us on Q&A, and he came behind the scenes and was on the show, and we got to get to know him a little bit. And he just moved to Kentucky, and we're comparing New York to Kentucky, and by the end of it, Keith, I think, is sincerely thinking of moving to Kentucky because he realized
or somewhere.
He
goes, Keith, you know me. I ask rude questions. I go, hey, you don't got to answer, but I'm gonna ask. So obviously you got to answer. What's your monthly nut? I don't know if you have a mortgage or what. $2,300 for 15 acres, barns, animals, this, that. Acres. Yeah. 15 acres.
Acres.
That is
Acres.
so funny. Yeah. I remember going to Indianapolis and this guy picked us up because I was there for a Comic-Con. And my friend was there. She was Serbian. He didn't know the difference between like Serbia and like Italy or something. Right. And me and her looked at each other and like kind of rolled our eyes. And then we kept talking. And then he said he owns 2 houses and like 2 apartments. And then he was like, what do you guys own a house in New York? And we were like, and in my head I was like, we thought this guy was stupid for not knowing where Serbia is. Meanwhile, we're the fucking idiots over here. This guy's a fucking like Uber driver and owns 3 houses.
So yes, I do think you're right.
You go, is your car paid off? And he laughs.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you fucking idiot.
What's
A
yours
car.
on layaway? More.
Right. Yeah, they invented leasing so New Yorkers can lay away their stupid ass car.
Right.
We do car sharing. We call it sharing so it could sound like something nice, but really it's can I borrow someone else's shit because I don't have any?
Right. Here's your shit back. Can I have new shit? Please?
Yes. I'll take some of your old shit for like a day. So yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm like, well, I live in New
Yeah.
York City. Let me take advantage of, and I love New York City in the summer. And there's all these, you keep passing by all these like outdoor events and things. And I'm like,
I
well,
love
these
New
people
York in
didn't
the
fig-
summer. Okay, all right.
these people figured it out. What if I know ahead of time? Then I can get my blanket. I could watch the movie outdoor. We could do all these things, right? So I've been putting stuff on the schedule. Yesterday was the summer stage comedy. I always see that it's a good lineup. It's something that like should be paid for. And here it is, free from the city.
What happened?
It was by Lincoln Center.
It's going to be the best day of my life. I'm going to enjoy the evening 100%. What happened? What happened?
So they
Diarrhea.
So I'm running the first, right?
It was in a park, and I remember seeing this years ago. Remember, we just talked about this. I saw the summer in the park comedy thing, and I was like, yeah, you sit on the floor and it's nice, and they have a PA system, and they took it seriously. I come up, I'm like,
By the way, sorry, that's the state of comedy. They took it seriously. They had an amplifier. They meant it.
Oh no.
They thought ahead of time and thought people are going to want to hear this. So I'm walking towards where this thing is supposed to be, and I'm like, oh, there's a line in the area of where I'm going. I'm like, that I'm not standing in line. It's crazy. It's already so close to 8. If there's still a line and it's about to start, that's trouble. So I get closer. I'm like, wait. And then I get closer and it's not a park. So maybe this isn't it. It's more like you go into this tunnel and this event space is there with like a full concert type.
Oh, it's
event.
the Zelensky Letterman talk. That's what you walked into.
It was a real serious, it's not picnicky. It was very, very, you're in a theater and there was a line of 20, 40 people. I don't know. I walk up to the thing and go, is this, and I'm hoping they say no, is this the comedy thing? And they're like, yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
I go, how many people are in there? It's give or take like 200. And I go, what's this line for? They're like, maybe if they can get in. I go, but how would they get in? Are you full? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, why are these people waiting? He's like, maybe
I don't have the balls to tell them. That's what it is. I've been there.
But
Because nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd for the next day. Because I want the people on the street to know it's sold out.
People love standing online here too. Standing online is an activity.
It's crazy to me.
Insane.
I'm embarrassed to say that more than once I stood in the line. There, I said it. It feels freeing, but it's embarrassing.
For what though?
Stood in
For
a
what?
line.
For what? Don't tell me a fucking pastry, because then I'll hang up.
For sex. To get into a club so I can vertically fuck you and then take you home for sex. And it's so stupid. And then I leave the club, the line's still there. I go, oh, stay in line. It's totally worth it. They have alcohol and people. Oh, you're gonna love it.
Well, I just thought if this is the line, I'm not gonna stand on it because it was before 8. I was early enough where if it was a park, this shouldn't have been a big deal. But now you're making people wait. So I'm like, all right, I guess not. They go, well, next week we're having our final one. And I'm like, yeah, but how do I? They're like, oh, just come 2 hours ahead of time to stand in line. Excuse me. That's what poor people get in the city. If you either have to pay a cover charge and a 2-drink minimum and all that stuff. And granted, like all these lineups are worth it. Like I'm not saying, but
I like to think the homeless are first in line to all this shit.
Yes,
yeah, I could shake Alanis Morissette's hand.
They're already there.
Yeah,
right.
They're already lying online.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know we had to bring our own tent. We just let it go.
But did you guys know that online and inline? Online is only a New York thing. I didn't know that. Like saying I'm standing online is not something people say anywhere else. They say inline.
Oh, this is
That's
you know
only
what
New York.
this is? This is somebody who knows multiple languages and
Right.
they pick up
No,
just like
People told me, they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not online. We're not standing online. I was like, yes, it is. Get the fuck out of here. And then this person told me, oh, actually, that's only a New York thing. Nobody else says standing online.
I don't like these people. I don't care if they're made up. What is online? What the fuck do you think? I said I went online to a concert. What? Online skates. What the fuck do you think I'm talking about?
I don't care if they're made up is the best part.
I don't care if this never happened. Fuck them.
Well, fuck me, because
look it up. It's a New York thing.
I couldn't stand online, in line. It was over. But you're by Lincoln Center. So I walk around a little bit. It's beautiful. They have this setup that it's going to be an outdoor party with a dance floor, a giant, what do you call that thing?
It can't be penis.
Mirror
right?
ball.
Chandelier.
and then I go further. There's another line. Like, what line is this for? That's the ballet line to see.
That's for the Jews. Sorry.
Why didn't they just fight back? Everybody waits in line. We don't know what it's going to be.
And I don't think these guys were getting in either. You have to come 2 hours ahead of time to get into the free dance show.
And it's so hot, honestly, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. Even for me,
But hold on.
Manhattan is a different heat.
But you didn't know this though?
No, I've done other free like park things. I just went to free yoga in the park. It was right by the water. There was plenty of space. I brought my own mat because they said you probably should. We might not have mat. They had plenty of mats for everybody. They watched my bike. I didn't even have to log it. It's a beautiful experience. So I think there's like a
what a day. Wow. Good for you. Happy
human
birthday.
kindness. Ooh.
Do I have to get you anything for your birthday? Good for you.
People just being basically nice to each other.
Okay. How sweet. For what? An hour?
I hope everybody's having a relaxing day. Get rid of all your cares and get rid of all your worries. Now, start letting your pinky rest. Now the finger next to the pinky. Isn't it funny we don't have a name for it yet? And the middle finger. Fuck you, worries. Haha, just a joke. Farting's okay. I heard you, Carol.
We're watching your bike. We're watching it being taken away by this homeless man.
I assume the caretaker of the bike just walked by, so you're golden. Ass up. There you go. There you go. There you go. And by the way, this is free. I make you put all your asses up. Surprise, surprise. It's free. I'll walk around behind all of you to make sure that you're doing the right pose. Don't forget, you didn't have to pay. You can't sue. Nothing to sue. It's free. It's the park. It's nature. Who are you going to sue? Mother Nature? Some people call her God. All right. And turn your ass around. Very good.
So you were there. I see.
I was eavesdropping.
Okay. Well, so that was my night.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear.
Amazing.
And by the end, and so I'm thinking it's early, right? It's still 8:30. We have time to go see.
What I'm laughing at.
We have time to go see a movie.
The innocence.
Yeah, the innocence.
Yeah.
She's still pure. She really is.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Don't call me a unicorn. You kind of are. A little unicorn coming off a rainbow. What's this? Stretching? Do we get to talk though? Do we get to talk? It's free? You're shitting me. I could stretch in New York City for free? Well, fuck yeah. What are my taxes? It's worth it.
So I'm thinking I could see the Barbie movie.
Oh.
And everyone will be so proud of me. I'll be on time.
She never sees movies. Yeah.
I'm going to join the conversation. It's going to be great. Or I'm going to get mad. Honestly, like I predicted I'm going to get mad watching this movie. I'm going to get so mad just going like
You say? You think?
Uh-huh.
You think?
Right.
Oh, how much percent? Okay. But good attitude. I'm like, all right, let's pick up an edible or two. Let's go to the Barbie movie. It's so hard. It's so hard to go to a movie. All the seats are taken. I'm not going to sit in the front, even though Rod and Karen say like all the seats are kind of the same, because I don't know if this is a new movie theater or not, because I haven't been to the theater. So
I wouldn't take the front seats.
No
right?
way,
Yeah.
never.
Yeah. And that also tells me that the theater is crowded because all the rest of the seats are taken. And I'm like, a crowded theater on a Wednesday night? No. So I just went home and did the dishes.
Also free. Completely free.
I get to do the dishes. Do you know some people don't have dishes? Never mind soap. Never mind literal water. I get to do that. I get to use a towel if I want to dry them.
I had the privilege of
the honor.
Yeah.
Maybe it's karma, but I get to do that.
Oh my God, I can't.
That should have been in the Barbie movie. Aren't we so lucky we get to do the dishes with non-water?
Holy shit. So anyway, I tried. You see that I tried.
Did you cry at the end of the night?
Almost. But I did the dishes instead.
Okay. And then today, do you look at the clean sink and be like,
I'm so happy. Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a look at the sink again?
Was it?
Do you want to look at the sink again right now?
Okay.
Like just to cheer yourself up? Yeah, take a look. Breathe. Just look at your clean sink sometimes, people, and breathe.
How many days of dishes?
She has a huge, deep double sink in her apartment, like
also,
almost like a warehouse would have. So that can let her build it up, unfortunately.
I've been cooking every meal. So it's like every day, it's all the dishes. How many dishes do we have? You know, every day, like if you think about it, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
you tell
that's
me
6 sets already, right? So it's, I don't know, I maybe have 8 plates. That's plenty. It's all the dishes all the time, every day.
I do let it build up sometimes. I remember having a chick over in my apartment, and obviously, you know, why was I doing that? It was for sex, Lucy. So the sink's filled with shit. The bottom of it's probably getting moldy, and I put a towel over the sink like I don't have one.
That's so funny.
That's funny.
That's so funny.
I think she knew not to look. Can I get you water? No, can I get it?
But it was good, and I haven't been letting dishes pile, but it's like, oh, okay, in lieu of doing the dishes, I leave to get to this show early, but since I'm not seeing the show, I did the dishes, and you see, all is right with the world.
But this is how life doesn't give you what you want, but it gives you what you need. To clean the fucking house, you fucking dirty bitch.
Oh shit. Well, anyways, we gotta get serious now. We had a couple laughs.
Oh no. Is this bummer news?
Yes.
What's the news?
Guns N' Roses is dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
That wouldn't make sense, would it?
Shit.
By the way, Rojo Perez, who just died, Sinead O'Connor, and then last time he was on, it was Tina Turner. Keep an eye on this fucking guy. Yeah.
He's coming on?
What?
He was on yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I killed Tina Turner, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Explain.
Well, that morning I got up and I ran out of underwear, and I have one pair of unlucky underwear, and I don't know why I kept it. And I don't know why I never threw it out. And I was like, fuck, I have to wear my unlucky underwear today.
Right.
And then I said, Lucy, this is so dumb. There's no such thing as unlucky underwear. Stop it. I put it on. Everything went wrong that day. Everything. And Tina Turner died.
I can't believe your underwear extended to Tina Turner.
My
That's
underwear
magic.
killed Tina Turner.
Are you Mormon? Who are those magic underwear people?
That's why they don't talk about it when I ask them about magic underwear. They're like, it kills people. I'm not talking about it. But during the mic check, just, hey, what's going on? What's happening? And surprise or fucking prize, you and your boyfriend broke up. Is that what I understood? I said, what are you watching on TV? And you said, well, he took the TV. And I said, I don't have normal conversations, save it for the show. And here we are. What the fuck happened, Lucy? Because that's not amicable, is it? When I can't imagine shaking hands with my ex and being like, but I'm going to take the TV. Or
no,
vice
it was
versa.
his TV. No, it was his
Doesn't
TV.
matter. It doesn't.
No,
matter.
you got to split things. You have to.
I told him
What
to
did you
take
get?
everything
The
that was his.
refrigerator?
I got the whole fucking apartment, baby. this beautiful place. But no, I told him to take everything that says amicable. I mean, what does amicable really mean?
Yeah, right.
It means
No,
you're
it's
less
all
likely
good.
to talk shit.
That's true.
It's all good. It's all very good.
Talking
What
shit
what
is so
happened
much
that
more
was
fun.
what happened that was so very good? What do you think the disconnect was, and whose fault was it?
May
Okay.
I?
Yeah. Oh, yes, please.
You had never lived
Please
with any-
don't make me answer that. Yes, please. You were saying?
You
I
had
ask
never
people how
lived with
much money
anyone.
they spend in
I
Kentucky.
had never.
I was wondering. You had
No. I lived with one of
Oh,
my
you're-
exes for 8 years. I was with someone for 12 years. I was married. Girl, I was married.
That's right. Okay.
I've been
so-
around the block with this little
I'm used
shoulder.
up, honey. Please.
But last time you were
He had never lived with anybody.
okay, right. Okay, so I remember last time you were on, and it might have been the marathon, so I don't know if it was like an official show.
Mhm.
It was very curious to you how someone could walk in and throw his jacket on the ground,
Oh,
take
yes.
off his pants and
Yeah.
throw him on. And I'm like, this is innocuous, but it's not.
It's not.
Mhm.
It's the kind of thing where if this doesn't get fixed, this is just like the seed that is so it was going to go one way or another. And I don't mean to be like, you said this thing and I held on to it, but like there was something about it where I'm like, this could really piss someone off, and it could surprise you how it pisses you off. And hopefully other things are so perfect that this thing doesn't break it.
Go ahead.
I was just going to give an example of me and my ex, and she would leave cabinets open.
It reminded me of that. And you guys like laugh in the same way and get annoyed in the same. It's like this whole show so far has been like 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like, and then I breathe and you're like, breathing, And it was like in the same case, like with the same thrill. And also like, you'll forget about this 5 seconds later. It's not like I'm really affecting either one of you. It's amazing.
Right.
We have the same birthday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So when you started saying things like that, it reminded me of Keith saying things like that. But I was like,
coughing.
Did you cough? You love it? Was that free? Did you have to pay for it much? In New York, you can cough when you want. In Pennsylvania, I couldn't. Not at the dinner table.
I
so
made
that's
a
why
I made
it's
a whole
good.
video about things you can do for free in New York. You should check it out.
Nice try. So what happened?
No, seriously. I think, but to the throwing the stuff on the ground, I think that like maybe it's more symbolic for like how he treats everything else in his life. So I don't.
And
it's
that's
so
what I
hard to
meant.
say-
I didn't mean like this petty
Right.
thing. I meant
And of
Like-
course, it wasn't my cabinets. And it's not that somehow it seemed she took her
exactly.
shoes off and threw them across the fucking room because they're not even close. How would that even happen?
Yes.
Obviously, there's bigger issues, but
Yes.
it is related. I just know it. I didn't
It's
do
an
the math.
expression.
it's
It's
an
an expression
expression.
of something. Yes. So he's like a severely avoidant. You know these attachment styles? Yes. Avoidance.
Mhm.
He's very avoidant. He never had a relationship. He never had a
man.
relationship.
Okay.
Okay. And we're talking about 40-year-old man.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about it like a 22-year-old boy.
I know part of me wants to be like, well, he was maybe logical. And, I believe that you could see within 2 to 3 months if you're really going to vibe with someone. But more and more, it's proving that like you probably should have been in a relationship. So it's interesting. Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel kind of bad because, I what like ultimately happened was that we were together for 3 years. We lived together for a year. And I kind of was like, all right, what are we doing? Like, are we going to have a family at some point? You know what I mean? Like, where's it going?
Sure.
Crazy thing that women do, apparently.
Plan.
Yeah, exactly. This crazy thing. We just want to pin you guys down into a cage of
You know what's
terror.
funny? I
Commitment
fucking hate
terror.
that because you're legitimately asking a question of
Yeah.
someone who said they want to plan their life
Yes,
with you.
exactly.
And you go, oh, let me take out my planner so that I can consider you when I'm making my plans because I'm
Yep.
going to. And so here's my consideration of our plans that you said you wanted to be a part of. And
Yep.
so I'm going to ask you a question and it's going to sound like a demand. Wait,
Right.
that's coming from inside
Well,
the house.
I always use the analogy of like two people are walking down the street and one of them is like, hey, I want to walk to 125th Street. Want to come? And the other person's like, yeah, I want to come. And then like 20 minutes in, they're like, I don't, should I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm capable of coming. And you're like, that's fine, like just let me know because I'm going there. You know what I mean? And like, I'll go by myself, but if I go by myself, I want to go before it gets dark. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'll ask somebody else to go with me. Just let me know. Yeah, no, I really want to do this, but can we just stand on this corner for a little longer? Let's just stand here because I like it here, etc. So that's basically what happened. And
That's
then
such a shame. Damn.
And then they're like, but I'm hungry. It's like, yeah, the food's at 125th.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And so I think that what happened was I started accommodating that more and more and kind of convincing myself like, oh, this is really good for me. It's really good for me to not be so obsessed with going to 125th Street, and standing on this corner is actually good for me. And like convincing myself that I needed this, but not really fully, actually being happy. And then when kind of push came to shove, it just like fell apart basically. And it was rough in the beginning. Like it did kind of pull the rug out from under me because I think he really wanted to get there and he knew he couldn't and kind of lied to himself for a long time.
See, but okay. I understand wanting to get there and not knowing. So, okay, let's go to, I'm standing on the corner, right? We're going to go to 125th Street. I'm standing on the corner, but I want to walk to 125th Street. Okay. Are you hitting the gym so that your legs can make it there?
Right.
Are you practicing walking with, your buddies so that you can talk about how to walk easier in the future? Like what is your exercise in order to get to the place? Because every other goal, you do those, habits and the next step and whatever. But here,
I picture an idiot not getting the metaphors and like, well, just take a car.
Or that. But that's where the narcissism comes in. You know what I mean? Like that's
in what way?
In the way that I think that somebody who has like narcissistic tendencies, they can't see that they're holding you up and say, okay, I'm going to stop holding you up. I'm going to like, you're also in this with me. It's not just me. And they're standing there going, oh my God, I am such a mess. I just can't move from the spot. Like, this is just so hard for me. And you're saying they're going, no, I get it. But can I go? Or you want me to wait for you because I want to, you know what I mean? And
that sounds, but I think narcissists know that they're doing it and they plan on doing it and they like that they're fucking with your shit.
Not necessarily.
I think selfish people or people who are frozen in their own time maybe narcissists are so much meaner than that. I feel.
Well, I think there's a spectrum. You know what I mean? I think
she did put it in hand quotes. In all fairness, Lucy did put it in.
I
quotes.
did because I think it's thrown around too much. The word,
it is,
you know what I mean? It gets thrown around so much.
And I think the narcissist, they should really get the credit. If you're a real narcissist, like you're like, no,
we don't want to mislabel. Yeah, exactly. That's so funny. Only the true narcissist should be allowed to be in that very elite group.
Well, Hitler's down there going like, why is he Hitler? What did he do? I did all this shit. 6 million Jews, couple gay people. Like, there's a lot of fucking. Now he didn't call you the day after he slept with you. He's a Nazi now. Give me some credit.
Right. All I'm saying is I before E. Now I'm equated with the. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Don't take it into grammar.
That's evil. So what was
that's evil.
What's the what was the conversation? Was it as simple as hey, you're not stepping up and
no. So it wasn't, that whole part wasn't great. I mean, and that's where it showed that he had never had a relationship or a breakup. I kind of got super frustrated. I was like, we had a fight. I said, I'm going to go stay with a friend for a few days just to let things cool off. We had another fight and he was like, no, you know what? You're right. It's over. And I was like, what? Hold on a second. What do you mean? No, it's over. I'm moving out. And then basically, I was going away for a Comic-Con. And then basically while I was gone, he moved out. Like we discussed that, but I was trying very hard. I was like, that usually in relationships, like when you break up, you like talk and stuff like that. But he was just like, what is there to talk about? Like he lost it. Like he just totally flipped his shit.
Do you think this is an interesting, because we just talked about closure yesterday and how it really doesn't exist.
Right.
Does part of you, because part of me is starting to think this, does part of you think he's right? What is there to talk about?
No, I don't, because I was with somebody for 12 years. We're still good friends. We never did that. We never also, I think it's very American, this like no contact. And why are you talking to your ex? Oh my God, you talk to your ex, you're friends with your ex. I think it's very weird. And I don't think it has to be like that. I think that there's you can have, on an adult level, there was a lot of things. I was very hurt and very sad, of course, in the beginning, at least, but there was also another level to it where I wished for him to confront himself and progress and grow and be able to do this thing that he's.
Did you send him articles on relationships? Like my dad sending me how to be a better waiter articles when I was a kid.
How to stop being a loser.
Is it weird to were you sitting down and trying to explain this bothered me and that bothered me? Because like me and my ex, we're still close, but there's a couple months where it's there's no fucking reason to talk.
Yeah, no, we didn't. It's been 4 months and we've seen each other once in those 4 months. I'm feeling so happy and I'm so grateful that I got out of that, because it really was oh my God, I just fucking turned myself into the biggest pretzel. And I feel like I have my life back, and I feel for the first time in my life, actually, I feel like I'm in my life and not that I'm waiting for it to begin. I don't know if you guys know that feeling of
I know the feeling. It sounds to me like you should write a song or something, because you're in that breakup groove.
Yes, I am. I feel so free. I feel super happy. So now I would be fine for me to see him, but yeah, I guess that's true. For the first couple of months, you don't want to see each other. I'm kind of at a point where I'm you also build up this thing in your mind about this person, right? And then sometimes you kind of realize they're not exactly this thing that
because they helped you build it, because that's how they see themselves also, which is
Right.
fair. We're all just coming in with, this is how I see myself. I see myself as being able to love you and move forward with you. And then when
we built it, but they brought the tools.
Yes.
It's their clay.
It's their shitty canvas.
But yeah, I mean, there's only so much that somebody can say, I want to do this, I don't know how. And it's you literally can YouTube that.
Right.
Whatever
I
it
agree.
is. Whatever you want to and don't know how, there is a first step. And if I don't at least see the first step, then I know the rest of the steps aren't coming.
Right. It's funny because I bumped into someone who knows him recently, and he was like, oh, I just found out. I didn't know. And he was like, what happened? What is it? He's just a wandering spirit who can't be pinned down. Huh?
The Ken's got to stick together. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. I was like, is that the PR line we're going with here?
Right.
What the fuck? That's
I can't with the
He's a
pinning
free
down.
spirit. Yeah.
I can't.
I know.
The reason why I plan is because I want to be a free spirit. I don't want to think about what's gonna happen. Tomorrow. There's a plan. It's fine.
And also
it could be flexible. Yeah.
Of course it's flexible. Of course it's not going to happen like that, but also it's fun. And how else do you can you live your life? You're just going to be well, I'm going to see what happens tomorrow. And what? That makes no sense.
You can see what happens tomorrow, but also have a clue about what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then
see
what happens.
Yeah. I remember being on dating apps and I clicked everything. One night stands, short term, long term. To me, it was weird that I saw a lot of women had short term, but not long term. And is it because you think that's corny? Yeah, I want the love of my life, but just for 3 months. Women, wow. That's what I saw. Yeah.
Well, I've gone on an app for the first time ever in my life. I'm a little embarrassed because it's pretty douchey, but it's Raya. And
It's for
just was like-
celebrities.
It's for like
celebrities.
it's like
It's
supposed to be
for
like
happening people. Let's just say
whatever.
Okay.
The funny thing, the
It's
reason
for
why,
ugly, know nothing losers. Okay, very good.
listen, the reason why I bring it up is because this fucking 65-year-old painter
Okay.
messaged me.
All right.
Okay? And I'm like, oh, you know what? There's a whole other world out there where I could be living in the Hamptons in my own house in like 3 months. You know what I mean?
Right.
You guys
right.
are like,
Well,
I hear you.
because I don't think you're serious. So like, yeah,
no,
okay.
I'm not going to do that.
Of course,
I'm
yeah.
not going to do that, but it's a funny fantasy. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
I feel like if you wanted to do that, you could have done that 3 times already.
See, I had really low self-esteem. This is a new thing for me that I'm building myself. I had really low self-esteem. Really,
I
low
picture some
self-esteem.
people are like, I'd like to date Lucy, and then you just said that, and they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna come. Do you?
What? But that's why, seriously, I had such low self-esteem, and I've always gone with guys just like who pursued me, and I was kind of just like, okay,
Mm,
you know,
you get
Right.
that. Mhm,
Yeah. Oh,
And-
someone's like, why do you like your girlfriend? And I'm like, because she likes me. Done. What the fuck? That's my favorite thing.
It's also like, okay, so as a bisexual, right, or pansexual or whatever it is, it's like, but how come you've dated mostly men? And it's like, well, men ask all the time. Women,
Right.
you have to
Right.
go into like gay spit, like, I'm gay, I'm going to this bar. Like you have to like, and it's like, ready to get hit on by women. And men, you go to the grocery store and go to the like they're just there in life, and women take more precautions. And so yes, it's a little easier to date when people are pursuing you, and men are usually pursuing.
yeah,
And
but
obviously I'm not omiting all women, blah blah blah, not all women.
but so I've been doing stuff like
All the hashtag all the right shit.
Hashtag on the right side always. But like that's the left side. It's very confusing.
But I've been doing shit like I messaged a guy who I think is cute and asked him out.
That's so nerve-wracking. How'd
I
it go?
know
It's
it went
crazy.
great. It went great,
Yeah.
but then I was like, I don't really think you're cute anymore.
Right. You type too much.
I was practicing on you. I
Right.
actually got a little self-esteem now. So
And I'm
thanks for
back.
helping.
Goodbye.
But no, it's so freeing. And now I always say, I go, you know, I broke up with my ex because I want to have kids, and he wants to be one.
Free spirit.
Right.
Free spirit who can't be pinned down.
Well, you know who's a free spirit? My brother's 3-year-old.
My pussy,
He
baby.
shits everywhere. He just shits.
Yes,
Free
exactly.
spirit.
Exactly. Exactly. But also like red flags. I really have learned that. Like red flags are red flags. Stop it. Stop it, people. Stop being like, well, maybe this is not that great, but no, this is my new thing. No more.
What was one that like I was lying to myself?
I mean, the fact that he had never had a real raspberry until he met me.
What's
No.
a raspberry? A hickey?
No, the fruit.
Oh, he never had a legit raspberry. Fuck
a
outta here.
living, legit
Fuck outta here.
raspberry.
That's ridiculous.
Look how you guys agree with each other.
That's
The fact-
shocking. That's shocking.
insane. It's insane. The fact that he was living with 2 roommates, one of the roommates had mice crawling in his bed.
No. What do you mean?
Yes.
What does that mean? What? What do you mean? What?
This motherfucker was a 47-year-old fucking alcoholic who would leave plates of food on his bed, which was a mattress on the ground. And then they would open the door and see mice frolicking, like fucking partying down on his bed.
Oh
Wow.
my God. Okay. the
Yeah, that's a
raspberry
flag.
one. Okay.
That's a flag. I don't know what's more disgusting though. That
The
or you never
fact-
ate a raspberry. I really don't.
No, it's true. And lastly, the fact that when we signed the lease to this apartment, he showed up a week later and said he can't do it. He can't sleep. He can't eat. He's freaking out. He can't. And this is the most beautiful apartment you've ever seen in your life. Crazy, insane. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about? I was like, you used to be a lawyer, right? You know what it means to sign a contract. Like you signed a lease.
Right.
So if you're not going to move in, you're paying for the apartment.
Right.
What? Get the fuck out of here. I turned real New York fucking, I don't know
Sure.
what. You know what I mean? I was like, no, sorry.
You can get offline. By the way, speaking of Kyle, both of you were doing a show at Three Monkeys, a
Yes.
bar here in New York City, that Jackie Mason's daughter runs, right? What's her name? Sheba
Mason. Yeah, Sheba Mason.
And, I heard part of the story, Mike check, and then I'm like, shut the fuck up. Sheba broke up with her boyfriend, or they broke up, whatever happened.
Yeah.
And then said to you, what? How could you help her?
Well, I had met her boyfriend like 10 years ago because he was he did tech for one of my shows. And she said, do you remember him? I forget his name now. And she said, could you please follow him on Instagram to make him feel better about himself?
Right. At first I was like, I'll to Instagram to follow, see if he's seeing anybody, but it's even weirder. Make sure he's okay.
Yes. No. And when I was reading the message, I was like, oh no, is this a thing? Am I supposed to like message it as? And then I was like, oh, it's just so he gets more followers and feels better. He has like 347 followers.
I'm sorry. This was a message, or she bumped into you and said it?
Oh, we bumped into each other and then she messaged me.
And how many people is she telling? He gets 7 more followers from her friends. Who gives a fuck?
She's leaving a paper trail on that.
Right. Oh, picture the NSA and they're like, I'm gonna throw up.
But
This is the sickest message we ever intercepted.
We need to stop. This is not right.
Can we make a fake message from him to her and fix this shit?
I love the idea that because of that, they stop surveilling people because they just can't take it anymore.
This is too much. I'm sick. Yeah.
No, they're back together.
Because you were a follower. He had self-esteem. He made a move.
Actually, this is just the PR move. She just wanted to promote his shit and you fell for it. They're willing to do anything.
Right. They're
We
sick.
never broke up. Oh my God.
Right.
Yes.
So you don't have a TV. That's a bummer.
No TV, but I'm thinking of getting a projector if anybody has recommendations.
Okay.
Just come over and
Project.
project your penis.
They're surprisingly not expensive.
No, they're not. They're
Yeah.
not. They're not
It's
expensive.
shocking. I think to get a projector and the screen is a lot of times less than or the same as actually just getting a TV.
I like
You
that she
wait
didn't
online, it's free.
get it. Right. I like that she didn't get a TV, and it makes it easy for a guy to, give you something.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
very easy and what does she
True.
like? What is she? Well, she needs a TV. Done and done. And you're
Yes.
dripping. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But I don't want a TV though. I think it's an ugly object,
What
Yeah.
like Holly weird, or what do you
No,
mean?
because okay, so let's say you have a living room. The focus point, as soon as you have a TV, is
Exactly.
the TV. Now
Exactly.
everything that needs to face anywhere
True.
is facing the TV.
Exactly.
Whereas a projector, you can just kind of sit in the round, and then when you're ready to watch TV, it projects on to whatever. So
Huh.
the feng shui of it doesn't have to be as intense and
Exactly.
as permanent.
And look
One
at that.
second,
it's
I'm
just
buying
this
a projector.
vacuum. It's this vacuum, this like black vacuum that's just there when it's off. You know what I mean?
It's a
ugly.
focal point without being art, and it's the thing on your wall that represents as design.
Your breakup. What?
Right.
No.
And we pay for TV shows like Black Mirror that are laughing at us.
And we buy iPhones made by little children and then tell each other that we're better than each other.
I don't know if that's true. Who knows? All right, listen to this. I got a new. I do like thinking about. Do I move to Kentucky? I do remember seeing an article. We heard the stories, but an official article about kids making the iPhones in wherever the fuck, and they're suicidal and all this. Then and I'm like, maybe I won't. Maybe I not only won't buy the phone, I'm gonna live on a commune. Okay. Then the guy that put out the article, I don't know if he was paid off or what, said I made all that up, and I'm like, good enough for me.
Never reading an article again.
Never reading an article again. That's what he said. I don't know how or why. The end. Thank you. So Hemda, I have this email here. And it says, hi, Keith. After hearing you talk about Sinead O'Connor's death yesterday, I thought you'd probably have some opinion on this wild accusation against Prince. Prince, of course, is the writer of Nothing Compares to You, that she made in her 2021 memoir 2 years ago. I only came across it today. In her 2021 memoir, Rememberings, O'Connor went into great detail on a feud, claiming that Prince terrorized her in fury, whatever that means, after her 1990 cover song. I can see that. I can see no song that, being good enough for him. She wrote that Prince summoned her to his Hollywood mansion, scolded her for swearing in interviews, and harangued his butler to serve her soup that she repeatedly refused. What the kind of power play is that?
Yeah, I know.
More
seriously.
soup! I'm not hungry for anything. Never mind soup. More soup! Eat the soup. You must have another. He does seem like a weirdo, though. So who knows? She claimed that Prince suggested airing out their differences in a friendly pillow fight. He's like, you have to wear high heels like me during this fight. But then assaulted her with something hard slipped into a pillowcase. He tried to make peace by having a pillow fight, but it's like he put a roll of quarters in the pillowcase.
What?
What
The fuck?
if she's telling the truth, what the fuck? And she tried to leave his macabre mansion. As she tried to leave, O'Connor said Prince physically blocked her and dragged her toward his car, prompting her to flee on foot to a neighboring home and desperately ring the doorbell. I kind of remember this, at which point she says Prince backed off.
This when you started bringing that up, Carmen Electra came into my head. Do you remember her?
Yeah, the model.
Yeah. She wasn't she married to Slash or something like that?
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
Was one.
Right. Carmen Electra, Prince is the one who I think discovered her and first produced her.
Yeah.
She said, I just did a quick Carmen Electra thoughts on Prince. And it came to how old was Carmen Electra when she dated Prince? This is in her words. I was only 19 or 20, and he ended up never asking me to marry him, but I was with him every day. I needed to leave and be my own person. While she hasn't spoken to him in years, Electra has a few things she wishes she can go back and share with the legend. Okay,
yeah.
I guess that last one.
I can't imagine him being
There's that
cool.
story, though, with
He's
the
cool,
Roots,
but I don't imagine cool.
the bass player of the Roots and Prince going on the show, Fallon or whatever, or
Right.
and one of the bass player has this like rare guitar, and Prince wanted it, and then he wanted to buy it off of him, and he said no, and then he said, could I borrow it for my set on the show? And he said, all right, okay, fine, you can borrow it for the set. And then he played his set on the guitar and then smashed the guitar.
Oh, fuck. I do remember that.
No.
Yeah, there's that story.
Yikes.
Damn.
I mean,
In
Well, this guy
Purple
can
Rain,
just
he hit
die.
that woman.
In Purple Rain, you hit a woman. You guys see trending Mitch McConnell shat his pants? No, I'm trying to start that trend. People are saying he had a stroke. Everybody's a doctor all of a sudden. Everybody thinks it's a mini stroke, but he was doing some political bullshit. I don't know. And he just froze and stared at the camera.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're on a path to finishing the NDA this week. It's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of...
And he stops and just stares.
And it's for like 20 seconds that he's staring.
these fucking cyborgs.
They haven't perfected AI yet.
He's still staring. People are going, you okay?
Are you good? Mitch?
Okay, Mitch.
You all right, bud?
Anything else you want to say? Or should we just go back?
Anything else?
Do you wanna say
Leader of the
anything
Reds?
else to the press?
Anything? You good? You good? You're the boss.
Go back.
Go ahead, John.
I'll take it. Let's go back to you.
Go ahead, John.
Let's walk. Let's walk you. So he just leaves. I'm just like, what the fuck? And everybody's looking. If you ask me, behind him.
At the start of the
Okay, everybody's looking at his ass. I really think he shot himself.
That is so. You okay, Mitch? Anything else you want to say?
Yeah.
Anything else you got?
So we covered everything mid-sentence? That's how
These people
politics
are
works?
cyborgs.
Right.
They weren't really listening, if you notice, because they weren't looking at him while he stopped, and then all of a sudden it feels like they realized he
Like, what's
stopped
happening?
talking.
Yeah.
Because they weren't sure if he was mid-sentence or if he was thinking, because they would have caught
Right.
it earlier than that. But they were kind of shuffling around behind him, not listening.
They were talking about different things to each other. Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone
it
was
was
vacuuming. They're like, oh,
They didn't let him
Okay.
into the comedy club. You got to do dishes. You got to do something.
They make fun of the person that was cleaning, like this idiot. Like, no, it was very confusing. So they walk him out.
Could you address what happened here at the start of the
And then he
press
comes back.
conference? And was it related to your injury from earlier this year where you suffered a concussion? Is that
No, I'm fine.
you find you're fully able to
good then?
do your job?
That's a
people
weird
are
question.
insane.
That's a weird question.
I gotta know though. I gotta know. This needs acknowledged. When Biden trips, it needs acknowledged.
No, it needs acknowledged, but you're fine. You can do your job.
Yeah,
Is-
obviously
is-
not.
Yeah.
I mean, hello. Like, what are
Right.
you
It is
asking?
insulting. Like, what do you want him to say? But honestly, I just want him to say, and then I'll hear his tone. I want to hear the words out of his mouth. You know, hey, can you do your job? It's really just saying, hey, say something, anything.
But
Yeah,
he
What,
couldn't do.
what are you watching on TV? Say something. I want to hear it.
But
But
as
he-
a
He couldn't do his job before he had the fucking mini stroke. What the fuck?
it's just weird
Um,
as a reporter, like as a person who works with words. Can you do your job? You know, like you said, I just want to hear you talk. Can you do your job is very strange.
Are you going to remain evil, or did something just happen in your brain?
Exactly.
Knowing
yes.
you want us all dead, are you gonna? So then, I guess the halls of Congress. I'm guessing interviewers are asking him the next day, "Hey, how you feeling?"
The president called to check on me. I told him I got sandbagged.
And he gives a
He
smile.
got sandbag.
Wait, what does
did he
sandbag
say?
mean?
I don't know what it means. He says, "I'll play it again," but he says, "I got sandbagged."
What does that mean?
I'm guessing it
Is that a
means.
sexual thing?
I think it means like the other side's trying to fuck you somehow. That's what I
got
think. But he gives this smile
sandbagged.
like it's the most funniest fucking clever
To-
thing he ever thought of.
To coerce or intimidate as by threats.
Okay, his body
Somebody in the
sandbagged
back
him.
was like,
Yeah, cutting the throat with the finger. Yeah.
I got sandbagged.
Oh, nice. How you feeling now, sir?
Oh, nice. That makes no sense. Seriously though, how you feeling? Oh, nice. Good one. Good one. Can you repeat that joke later too in the same 5 seconds? All right, we'll see.
oh, nice.
Oh, nice. How you feeling now, sir? How are you feeling
I'm
now?
fine.
Have you seen a doctor? Are you going to see
Any idea what happened?
Huh?
Any idea what happened?
I'm fine. That's the important
Dehydrated?
part. Gotta watch those sandbags.
Thank you, Senator.
Senator, did you talk to
Oh,
her?
I get it.
Oh my
I get it.
God. He's gone
Biden
insane.
Biden tripped on a sandbag. That was the latest
That's
fall.
his joke. That's your
A
joke.
sandbag got me. Get it, old man. We're old.
Oh.
That's so stupid, but now he's hiding.
That's
now he's
kind of
hiding something.
That's a deep reference.
It just came to me. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, nice. How you feeling now, sir? How are you feeling
I'm
now?
fine.
Have you seen a doctor? Are you going to see
Any idea what happened?
Huh?
Any idea what happened?
I'm fine. That's the important
Dehydrated?
part. Gotta watch those sandbags.
Thank you, Senator.
Senator, did you talk to a doctor today?
Folks, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for it. By the way, thank you all of you for the questions about how he's doing. We're good now, but thank you so much. That's what makes the country run.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
No. But also his response. She's like, how are you now? He's like, huh?
What?
She's like, are you feeling good now? He's like short of being like, yes, dear, pass the gravy. It's like,
Right.
what the fuck? He's not okay. He's out of his mind. He's completely out of his mind.
How you
Yes,
feeling? Can
and-
I pee now?
Yeah.
And it's not like it's because he's on the other side and we need to vote this way or whatever. When
No.
Joe Biden, when
Corn
he
pop, for
falls, when he,
example.
yes, I'm like, shut the fuck up and leave. We need better options than you.
Yes.
How dare you? God,
Yes.
you got your second black friend and you feel so fucking brazen.
Oh my God. This is so fucking crazy.
What do we think about UFO hearings? First of all, do we believe in alien UFOs? Is that happening? What do we
That
think?
in
Lucie?
unidentified flying objects or in aliens?
Alien. We know we're
I-
talking about the fun way.
Why not?
I believe that we cannot be in this entire universe the only living anything. And we
Yeah. And I
cannot
think
be,
there's aliens among us.
If you ask me,
like in
that
like
fucking asshole.
on Earth, or like what do you think?
What?
Yeah,
On Earth?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about on Earth. Yes.
No,
On
no, no.
Earth.
Oh,
On
so you-
Earth.
Okay. I'm not sure if there's aliens on Earth. What makes you think there's aliens on Earth?
Why wouldn't they be on Earth? Why wouldn't they come here?
Because they realize fun is yoga in the park and they can build a spaceship.
I believe it. I believe it all.
Because I don't know that they can land here without us recognizing, unless they're tiny.
But maybe they don't need to land in a spaceship. Maybe they float down. You know?
I just
or
know
maybe
that
they come out of the ground.
I'm old enough that life isn't so fun. And this would be so fun. And that's why I think it won't happen. That's one. That'd be awesome. I want it to happen. I want to put positive energy into the literal universe. I want it to happen. That's why I think it won't happen. And I was raised that Jesus Christ is going to come back. And honest to God, it's not looking good.
I went to see a psychic the other day. I believe in that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That was amazing.
Did they match? What they match that you felt good?
She said that I am the high priestess and that I have psychic abilities.
Well, that's a tip.
High intuition.
Oh, she said nice things and you believed her?
You just had you just talked about all the red flags and she said you have intuition.
No, she was amazing. But the funniest part about it was that it was in downtown Brooklyn and it's like a little crappy New York apartment building. And she said, please call me when you get here. So I call her. She goes, okay, Barbara will let you in. The door opens. I don't see anything. It's a hunchbacked little lady.
Oh, that's good.
On a walker. Little black lady. She goes, hello, dear.
That's perfect. Like Igor. That'd be great.
Yes, like Igor. And that was her name is Barbara. Barbara lives on the ground floor. Bethany, the psychic, lives on the 5th floor. The buzzer's broken. So they've struck a deal. Barbara lets in Bethany's clients, but it's the perfect way to enter.
Well, she knows.
Realm.
She knows when you're going to be there anyways, though.
Come in, dear. Walk this way. No, this way.
Was there a crystal ball or is that hack?
I think that's hack. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tarot cards?
Yeah, tarot cards.
Yeah, sure.
What was her apartment like?
Insane. Her apartment was insane. There was like murals on the wall and art everywhere. And then one of the funniest details was she went, I had a great happy marriage. That's him right there. And she points to the ground. And there's a picture, a framed picture on the ground of her and her husband. But she has shelves and stuff like that. Like there's other stuff that's not on the ground. And she points, and it's her. And she goes, that's Larry. That's him there.
Okay.
He's in the frame.
He's in the frame on the ground.
Well, she can see things that you can't, right? I mean, unless she just told you have the superpower too, which is what I'm hearing.
No, I don't think she said I have superpowers. She said I have I was born with high intuition and wisdom and
look how unconfident you are. You named 5 superpower words. But you're not a superpower. Oh my God, you got work to do. All right. A former Air Force officer and intelligence official told Congress that he believes the government is hiding captured UFOs. Well, take a picture. How about that?
All right.
And that even the government might even kill people to keep it a secret. To me, it's like 9/11 conspiracies, like that we did it to ourselves. Like people can't quit talking. You know, everybody's keeping it a secret. Asked whether the government was in possession of alien UFOs, he said absolutely. Based on interviewing, he says, over 40 witnesses, which he doesn't say who they were, over 4 years, I know the exact location and the locations that were provided to the Inspector General. Okay, then tell us.
Yeah.
What is this? All this teasing. It's pissing me off. I'm getting mad at the fake aliens. There are non-human spacecrafts. One of the first, blah, 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 blah. Personal knowledge of people. I have personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology. Asked whether he had faced any retaliation himself, he declined to say more, but he said he had. It was very brutal and very unfortunate. Some of the tactics they used to hurt me, they used it both professionally and personally, to be quite frank. But no more information.
Who is this?
Some dude, a former Air Force officer, intelligence official. His name is David Grosch, Grusch.
I want to know how he feels about other things in his life and how they're going.
I want to ask him if he's fine.
I want to ask him if he's had a real raspberry ever.
Right. That's good. You take somebody to like a smoothie shop just to see if their minds are blown when they have a little piece of mango.
Yeah.
Can we
This is
call
good.
this
What is
show?
it? Fuck off.
Can we call this episode "Raspberries on 125th Street"?
Yes.
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 I just
Oh,
checked.
That
the
sounds
title-
like a Prince song.
I just checked. The title's already taken, but I say we do it anyway. No. I almost said I'm just kidding.
Raspberry 125th Street.
I think
Eat
it's time for
this soup.
I think it's eat this fucking soup. I think it's time for this country to take back our country. We need to tell the folks at the Pentagon they work for the U.S. government. We don't work for them. That's right. If I worked for you, you'd be paying me taxes.
Who said that? This fucking alien guy?
Yeah.
This fucking alien.
I want to know the fucking. But he's saying, I don't understand what's happening. He's saying, and this is how much I don't believe in him, that in UFOs, that, alien UFOs, that I'm not doing more research on this. But you say where they are. So where are they? The
Where
end.
are they? Yeah, exactly.
The
It's
end.
too
You know
bad
the
he
exact
sounds-
location. They're going to kill you anyway based on what you just said. So fucking show some pictures.
It's too bad he sounds like a lying husband. He's like, but there was this, like when I used to hang out, not where I'm supposed to as a kid. When I come home and get caught, I would get mishkabobbled in
Right.
what I'm telling my parents, and the lie came out ridiculous instead of just like, here's proof. I said I had a flat tire. You can prove you had a flat tire. Here's him going like, there's a whole department, there's aliens, there's this, that, and the next.
Is he still working for the government or did he get fired?
That's all I know. That one article.
Hmm,
That was
okay.
enough for me.
I don't know why I keep thinking about Tom Cruise. I picture Tom Cruise when you talk about this guy.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Again, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
explain it. I can't say what I learned, but it makes sense.
You're right. There's something
Yeah.
about yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I went to see the new Mission Impossible in 4D. Have you ever done that stupid shit before?
I did.
That's
I
the
saw
dumbest
something
thing.
in it. Your chair moves.
No, they
and I-
punch you in your back.
Yeah, they punch you. It shakes. And by the way, like I know what I saw.
They
Scarlett
punch you in
Johansson,
your back.
her solo superhero movie. I saw
Oh, my
that,
God.
and it shakes so fucking.
So hard.
I left in like 5 minutes. I mean, I took a regular seat in like 5 minutes. It's so fucking hard. And at first you're like, okay, whenever she gets hit, I get hit. Okay,
Yeah,
I
right.
guess that's cool. But then they put it to everything.
Yes.
She unzipped a duffle bag.
Yes,
And my chick
yes.
goes, I'm like, am I
Yes.
the duffle bag?
They fucking blow air in your face and
Yeah.
spray water on you, and then it punches you in your back. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is the most horrible, stressful. I didn't know
Yeah.
there was regular seats.
Yeah,
I
you
fucking-
paid extra for that. And then behind you, there's a couple seats on the side, I think, but still
Oh
good
my
seats.
God, what a nightmare. The worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Did
I
you stay
agree.
the whole time?
I stayed the whole time. I thought maybe I would enjoy it more. I don't know. I
Right,
thought
it's got to grow
maybe
on
there's
me.
something wrong with me, you know?
Right.
Red flags, red
Oh,
flags.
so bad.
Yeah, so I wonder if it caught on. I get right. They still have them. Obviously, you're telling the story, but I wonder if people are really buying tickets. Was
There was
the
like
place
3 people.
packed?
No, there's like 3 fucking totally weird people in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you one of the 3?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why does it bother me, Lucy, that everybody thinks Tom Cruise is this great stuntman? Why does that piss me off? It upsets me. We all saw when he jumps over that cliff. It was actually a smooth ramp, and then he pulls his own parachute. Okay, I can do that.
Because it's like the nerdy kid, right? It's like that. It's like
Maybe
the like
that's what it is.
overachiever. It's the overachiever. And also he's compensating for the fact that he's a fucking nutcase and like in like all his Scientology shit. And then people are like, yeah, but he's a really good stunt man. It's like, all right, well, he also
Right,
has
but-
nothing
but I don't
else to
think-
do but
I
do
don't
that.
know that he necessarily is, though. Like when he's climbing a building in Dubai in a movie, obviously he's not. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But
But,
he
I think
did
he's
break
trying to
his
trick
ankle.
you. He broke his ankle sometime.
kept
That's
going.
true. And
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
going.
Yeah,
he didn't
but-
shoot himself on a multi-million-dollar project. He kept going.
But this is the thing. This is also the only thing he has to do all day. Like, that's the thing that people don't understand. Like, oh my God, their bodies are so amazing. Yeah, they don't have shit to do besides work out all day. You know what I mean? Like, they
Oh,
don't
that's
have
part
to
of their
do
job,
anything
yeah.
else. Yeah, not part of
Right.
their job. That's basically their whole fucking job. And
There's
then they
some
learn some
memorization.
lines for 5 minutes. They don't even do
Right.
that. A lot
And
of
they
them get,
And they get to write off the gym membership.
exactly.
Oh, what a
And they get
life.
to fuck their personal trainers.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I
Is
didn't
that
say
what
it.
we're calling their babysitters now?
Right, right. Follow Lucy online, Lucie Pohl, POHL.com.
Oh yeah.
The her X account is Lucie Pohl Comedy as well.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
ever going to
Mhm.
catch on? That's so
Oh
stupid.
God, I thought you were gonna say her ex's
I
thing.
know, me
Oh,
too.
sorry. I was making a
Follow.
Twitter joke. Yeah,
Me
okay.
Make
too.
him feel good.
Let's see
Wait, you're
who.
gonna plug him?
No,
I didn't want him to
don't
feel
do
bad,
it.
right?
Don't do it.
Follow him.
Twitter, Lucie Pohl Comedy, Instagram, You Love Lucy.
Yeah.
The letter U, get it?
Yep.
Let's see what else here. Come on, you love her. Video game Overwatch. Welcome to Chippendales. She was in.
Yep.
Tar. She played the drums.
And she's on Raya now.
I'm on
Hello.
Raya. I'm going on a little tour in Europe in September, Berlin, Paris, Zurich, and London. And my podcast, Immigrant Jam podcast.
You know how she knows where all of those countries are? She doesn't own one place.
Yeah.
She actually doesn't own anything. She borrows a hairbrush.
Because all the writers and actors are on strike, is Raya really picking up?
I don't know. I'm so afraid of it still. I think I'm just gonna have dinner with this 65-year-old massively famous artist.
We all
You
got
might
to
like him.
Fuck it.
It'd be fun. Give real opinions on his art. Like, don't fuck around.
I think his art I actually think it's interesting, the art. Interesting. It's
Interesting.
so
Interesting.
bad.
How was sex last
Interesting.
night? It was interesting.
Hmm.
Lucy, thank you so much for your
Thank
time. You're an
you. I love you
angel.
guys. Mwah. I love you so much.
KeithandTheGirl.com/ please, I'm talking, Lucy. KeithandTheGirl.com/Lucie Pohl, and you'll see every time she's been on, and dream come true.
Also, remember, the Hamptons aren't that great. You're not missing out on anything.
This is
Imagine these people, but over there, not going in their pool.
Right. It pisses me off. I see all the land they're not using.
That's true.
Yeah, like they have outdoor space and they're not doing anything with
Right.
it. So don't worry
true.
about it. It's brunch, 3 hours in traffic away. So
Was it bad beef before the show started? He's right. This is a very fun week.
yes. Oh, thank you, Lucy, for closing us out. You guys
Thank
hit
you.
all the buttons.
Mhm.
Love hitting buttons. Elevator go down. Hit it. Thank you.
Wait, am I leaving?
No,
Okay.
you're staying because we talk behind the scenes. They're not going to
Okay.
know what we talk about.
Okay.
Well, we're still live, so let's say hello. Ooh, HQ. What is it, like 4:00 in the morning for you over there? You're in there, Quentin, Ryan V, Sean. Do you guys remember that kindergarten show where at the end she would look through her thing and it looked like she
I
was looking in the
see.
mirror? I see Keith, I see Lucy, and I sat there going like, it'll never be me. You'll never
They'll never be
see
a
me.
Chemda.
And you know what? She didn't. You know who she did see? My brother. He went on that show.
Oh,
I was so jealous. All right, you guys. I'm getting off the live aspect of this, but we're gonna